Look outside the Martin Exteriors roof cam. We are seeing those sunny skies and great weather, very spring-like out there. Lots of time to enjoy and start thinking ahead about your weekend, maybe a little bit about your life if you're pondering, maybe pondering about your estate. You never know what people are thinking about these days.
True. We have we talk a little estate planning here with Natalie.
That's right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me to talk about this exciting subject.
It is an exciting subject.
When we hear the word estate, we think of like a mansion.
Grand estate.
Yes.
But we all have estates, I guess, sort
We
of.
do.
Yeah.
So I've sort of gotten it down to kind of like a buzz phrase.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a pulse, you need a will. If you have a house, you need a trust.
Okay.
So this is not legal advice.
It's
this
education.
is for educational purposes only.
Yes.
I'm a lawyer. I'm not your lawyer until you give me $1. But that's kind of the general rule of thumb, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, here's my question about all this, and I've put this off way too long.
You're still alive. It's not too late.
That's
Don't be
true.
too hard on
That's
yourself.
true,
You still have a pulse.
No, I still
Still
have a pulse. But I got a wife, so if I go first, she gets everything. I don't need to pay you $1 to do that. If she goes first, I get everything. And if we both go together, we got 2 kids, they split it. It's simple. I don't need the.
That's what Andy thinks.
Okay,
Happen.
it's not simple.
No,
So,
that's the education component.
Right,
you gotta learn about
We'll
this.
educate you as this.
All right.
So for a traditional family structure like you just described, the default estate plan in Illinois, with this hypothetical, this isn't the same for everyone, is that actually half your wealth goes to the surviving spouse and the other half goes to the kids equally, no matter how old they are and no matter how much you like them.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So I guess
that's
you
not
better-
a great default plan.
Why wouldn't it all go to the spouse?
That's what I think it should say, but the law, the probate statute says that.
So if I don't,
If you don't do at least a will,
it'll get split.
Split like that automatically.
Oh,
the
did not know
halvesies.
that.
So that's your reason to at least do a will.
Yeah.
But then you can improve upon that and do a trust instead of a will if you don't want your kids, these kids that you're talking about, to have to deal with probate. Because you would, in that situation, with a will or with no will, basically not having a trust, you'd have to probate the second spouse's death.
That's really interesting.
And probate means court.
Probate means court, paying a lawyer like me.
And probate also means
Delays.
hearings and delays.
It is a lengthy process that if you can avoid, that's the educational component. Do the things that you can start to learn about now.
I agree.
So that way you don't get stuck in these situations where actually a lot of folks do. How many are you seeing that they come in probably a little bit too late or they're dealing with probate by the time they see you?
And when it's a will or a trust that I drafted and now the person has passed and their kids come in and it's time to administrate the estate, the adult kids will say, why did you let my parents just do a will? Why didn't you make them do a trust? The main reason for that, and clients ask me this all the time once they figure out what a trust is and how great it is, they say, well, wait, what am I missing? Why doesn't everyone do a trust? Well, they're about twice as expensive as a will. So it's kind of like buying life insurance, right? Like with a trust, you pay the premium, so to speak, because it's more. But then, and it's the benefits for your kids, because you're dead, you're not going through probate, you're not going through the smooth sailing of a trust, your kids are. So it's kind of like buying life insurance. You pay the money, but it's really for the people that survive you.
Oh, it's a really interesting. I never thought of it that way, but that does make a lot of sense too when you start thinking about these kind of things. And I'm like, well, Andy, clearly we don't want to give any money to the kids, so.
I'm not afraid to do that.
Just not right away.
Just not right away.
All to the surviving
that's
spouse.
why you gotta
then
have
they
the
can
trust.
inherit their
I
kingdom.
guess I need
Yeah.
to get the
They need to
ball
wait their
rolling on
turn
the
is all he's
trust.
saying.
Yes, exactly.
Wait their turn. So these are things to think about now that I'm starting to think about as someone who's younger. That I'm like, okay, maybe I need to do this sooner. I mean, what do you think?
You should start your estate planning when you're 18.
What?
You can at least do powers of attorney. So if you have an emergency, someone can help you. And then once you own a thing or two, even if you just own a car, then it's probably time to at least do a will. And then once you're a homeowner, you should definitely do a trust, because a house will send you to probate real fast.
What if you have land? I mean, I mean, because
That's
if
real
you have a lot of
property.
acres, farmland are all over the place here.
Yeah.
How is it trust the tool for that situation as well?
Yes, and usually a special kind of trust, especially with my farmers. If you own multiple acres of land, your family could be subject someday to, Illinois has like a death tax, an inheritance tax that kicks in after a certain threshold. You have to get up to a couple $1,000,000. But with the price of farmland these days, you can get up there real quickly.
And especially if you have commercial farm and you're
So how do
passing
you-
that business down, that is huge to be working with someone. I've talked to farmers about that, and that's kind of something they always keep in the back of their minds is that death tax.
The succession plan.
That succession plan, because it's
Yeah.
How do
always
you
kind of
avoid
there.
that then? I mean, you sell off the land, or can you write a document that?
We can, there's a document with a special kind of trust. We actually, instead of doing a joint trust to just avoid probate, we do, for married couples, kind of this his and hers trust situation, special tax buckets. Basically, we can expand the amount that you can pass to your kids tax-free.
This is why I got to talk to somebody about this, because it's hard to kind of get this knowledge and know about it. It's so nitty gritty and in depth. That's why it's really important to talk to professionals that can help you. That's my advice and my education that I've been learning is I can't do this on my own.
Right, and all of my potential clients have to know what a trust is, which is why I do things like this, because otherwise they don't know to come to me to ask for one.
Yeah,
they have to be educated about this kind of sophisticated topic.
Even to get like that barrier of entry, that's what's so great about these kind of like informative sessions, so people can at least hear about this and understand, and maybe one day you'll give your kids some money.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
They can wait. Give it to your wife first.
If I do the trust,
why are you dying first in this situation? I don't know. We're killing him off.
I know. He did it to himself. So
He did.
Apparently.
He did. It was his
don't know.
example. That's
Oh
true.
my gosh.
I lead a rough. I get up way too early in the morning.
Yeah, we all live a rough life here on the morning show.
Taxes me. All right. Well, for more information, by all means, and if you have any questions, Natalie's the one to contact at Tobin, Ramon, and Barber. They're in Belvedere. TobinRamon.com is the website. And if you have need any information on starting a will, going through the trust process, if you have land and taxes you want to avoid your survivors paying, you can do your best to, can't maybe avoid all of it.
Right, but we can minimize.
Minimize
that.
Okay.
And all my farmers should be done planting now. So no more excuses. Come see me.
Yeah, they got nothing to do till August.
Right?
That's our harvesting. Give or take some time. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so
You
much
gotta
for being
water it
here,
every now and
Natalie.
then.
Thank you for having me.
Once again, there's the information, TobinRamon.com. If you have any questions, need to reach out, they will happily give you the time of day for an appointment. And that phone number is 815-544-0316. We'll be right back.